Hi everyone. So our plan is to build a simple auth using Express.js, and we are going to use social authentication with Google. Right. So what we are going to do? The first step is go to the Google Developer Console, create a simple application, web app, and get the access key and the secret ID. Right. So that is the step one. Go to the Developer Console and register your application, either web or mobile app, and get the access token and secret token from there. So this is what I did. Google Developer Console, and here you just go to API services credentials and create a auth to client ID. App type is web. Add a authorized redirect URI. So it can be like if your application is running on localhost 3000, the redirect URI will be auth Google callback. And inside the env, because you just need to specify client ID, client secret, and redirect URI or auth secret. Because we are going to build an Express app, right? Express app will allow user to log in with the Google. So all these things we need to configure on our application. So here I am already on that prompt. If you can see here, I added I'm like registering a new application. So I will get a client ID and a client secret. Here you can see there are two things: authorized JavaScript origins, localhost 3000, authorized redirect URI, which is auth Google callback. And I will get a client ID. I mean, you can copy the client ID and you can copy the client secret. Client ID and client secret, these are the two things we need, right? Now we just need to bootstrap our Express app. So the step one is done. I mean, what we are going to do, we are going to provide a login with the Google button. Once user logs in, I mean, user enter your application, user will be presented with the login with the Google button. For that, we went to the Google Developer Console, the developer, he got the client ID, client secret, and registered a callback URL and the domain and a host. So let's try to write the simple application. What all modules we need? We need Express passport for serializing and deserializing a user session, Express session to persist the session in memory, and passport uses the different strategy. Here we are talking about the Express app, not Nest.js application. So here we need to add these modules: passport Google auth 2.0 strategy and .env to populate the values from the env to process.env. We initialize the Express app, and here we are specifying the session because we are maintaining a session. Because it's just a small demo, so let's set up a session. Here we are initializing the passport.initialize passport.session, because passport will manage the session. And here we are registering a Google strategy. We are passing client ID, client secret, and the callback URL. So either you are passing from the clients from the process.env, or I also hard coded them here, callback URL. And once you log in successfully, because this is the auth flow, what it will do, you will see a login button, you click onto it, you will be presented with the login screen, Google account login screen. Then you will give a consent. When you say yes, Google will redirect us to the callback URL with the auth code. We will exchange the access token, auth code, and get the access token in exchange of that. So this is where you will get a profile. You can persist it in the database. It's just a simple sample demo. Here we are doing serialize user and deserialize, how to extract the user from the session or save the user into the session. So these are the simple routes which will provide us, okay, response.send auth login, a simple HTML page. When you click on to auth login, it will take us to the Google auth login page, passport.authenticate using Google strategy. And then once you have given a consent, we will be redirected back to the callback page, passport.authenticate callback page. There we will get exchange token, and then we will redirect you to the profile page if we got everything is right. In the profile page, we are checking if request is authenticated. Is not authenticated, redirect you to the login page, maybe the home page. Otherwise, I will show you your username. Very basic thing. Now it's just a logout. Logout will just take you to the request.logout. Will just set is authenticated false. This is what request.logout will do, and it will redirect you to the home page. Now we can start the server app.listen 3000, and we'll just do node app.js. So Express session, passport, these are the different modules we are just using here. Now when I run this application, localhost 3000, this is the welcome page I see. I will click on to the log in with the Google page. Yes, log in with Google. I click on it. It will take me to the auth screen where I will give consent. Okay, I'm logged in, right? I mean, I already give consent, so it didn't ask. You can try another Google account and then it will ask for the consent. You can see continue. So what happens in this whole auth flow? I hit auth login route. It takes me to the Google strategy. I mean, the Google is the authorization server. It presented me the login screen. I entered because it's a Google account. I already have logged in. So it asks me the consent. I give yes. It redirected to the callback where we did a code exchange, and then I redirected to the profile page where I'm showing you the username code with TK Sharma. This is my Google profile username. So this is the end-to-end auth flow. This is how these things are connected with each other. If you want to try to log your user request.user object, this is what we are getting from the Google. Display name, email, photos, because this is the defined scope. Google is not sharing the password with this application, but allowing apps to access the information which is already on the Google server, like my display name, emails, photos. With this information, I can create user in my own app database because we are not storing password. Password is not even provided to us. I submitted password to the Google, and Google is sharing this information with this application so that I can create account and let user log into the application and see the data through the APIs. Now I can have some protected APIs which will be accessible to me because I'm already logged in. My session exists in the Express, in the Passport.